Hello there, lovely. Good afternoon, and welcome to Camnet TV's Lunchtime Cafe right here on Camnet TV. You are joining us on channel 106 on Topstar Decoder. We are also streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on the Kenstream app. This afternoon, we host a member of the UPND, but also he is an aspiring candidate for Kanyama constituency right here in Lusaka province. And his name is Mr. Bene Hachombwa. Mr. Hachombwa, good to see you after a long time. Welcome.
Thank you, and we are so delighted to be here. And, Happy New Year. We've not seen each other this year.
Happy New Year. Though the year is coming to an end,
Yes,
Mr. Hachombwa.
No, we're just meeting for the first time.
That's how busy you've become.
I think you become more busy than yourself.
I'm Tapelo Joe Smarter, starting on a lighter note with Mr. Bene Hachombwa. But let's get into the serious matters, Mr. Hachombwa. Like we were saying from the lighter moment that we had, that you haven't been seeing, you have been busy.
Yes.
Let's begin to dissect some of the challenges that come with Kanyama constituency.
Wow, we've been a bit busy, of course, because we're trying to mend where we're coming from. Yeah, as you know that we're not a stranger before the faces of many, and we've been a resident of Kanyama from birth.
Okay.
And we've been busy now after you remember we were in the presidential campaign team.
Of course.
And we delivered the victory. Now we're saying we need to deliver victory back home. Kanyama constituency has a population of over 700,000 people. And it's one of the biggest constituencies that we have, not just in Lusaka, but in the country.
Okay.
Kanyama constituency has the highest birth rate in the country,
Okay.
Mr. Simata. Kanyama constituency gives birth to not less than 50 new babies every day. That gives us a population of over 1,000 every month. That gives us a population of over 12,000 new residents every month. So you see how busy now we are, because we're trying to look at the population where we're coming from. And I want to tell you that I've been taking note of my predecessors that have gone before me and that are still going before me next year. You know, from 1964 up to now, Kanyama has had a problem with the drainage system, the road network, the flooding. And I've tried to study the situation in the constituency. You know, I was reading a documentary in 1970 in Kanyama. It was still flooding, meaning my colleagues that have been there and that are going before me have not taken the issue of flooding as a serious crisis.
How are you going to address it?
So we are sitting, and I say I've been busy. We've set up committees, and one of the committees is construction infrastructure. You know, led by one of the indigenous young men, an engineer Banda, sitting to look at how best we can fix this problem. Of course, looking at where we'll get the funding.
Okay.
The reason why we are doing that now is we don't want to start planning when we're in office. When we are there, we want to start implementing what we're doing now. So that committee, we've been trying to meet every time, looking at how best we can fix this problem. And they are saying the flooding situation, you know, it comes from here. The water goes to Kanyama, land goes that way. So I mean, from Lusaka Central, water going into Kanyama, Benbela into the Harimanga Kumbalawat, stuck in Makeni Villa now in people's homes. And we're in October now, and a few months from now, our people will be flooded with water. And this does not make us sleep, because we're residents of Kanyama. So my team is sitting down to look at how best we can fix that problem. And one of them at the meeting last week with some farmers in Chilanga farms that are doing more of the farming, even when it's not rain season, they're farming.
Okay.
So they're saying, we want that water for irrigation purposes.
Okay.
So I was telling my team to say, how do we get that water from our homes, from our streets, into the farms in Chilanga at a fee? The engineers are sitting, I'm not an engineer myself, they're sitting to look at how best we can do that. water harvesting for information. So we are saying the water in our homes can be a solution in some people's problems. In Chilanga, they want water for farming. Their farms across Kanyama.
Is that a long-term plan, or
it's not a long-term
is it
plan.
in the short-term, immediate plan?
We are planning now. When we get into office now, it's me sitting down with government, with the businessmen. Kanyama is housing more than 30,000 businessmen, for your own information. And our committee in charge of finance and business, they are saying we have started engaging these businessmen, giving them these proposals. Okay, we've made it. I mean, one or two of them, they are saying it's a good proposal. Unfortunately, you people, you put money in the pocket. So the ICT team now is sitting down again to formulate a system. Will be Joe on December the 31st will be the first ever in the country to migrate from analog to digital in Kanyama. We are going to launch that system.
I saw that poster that you had shared on different social media platforms. Just we'll be coming to that a bit much later. But let me come to what you've mentioned. The business people in Kanyama constituency that you approached are saying you, the politicians, have got a tendency of pocketing the monies that they donate towards the community, the constituency. Is this a common practice in the UPND currently? Because we've seen this time immemorial.
I don't know.
Is this a common practice?
I don't know about it, but what is important here is the solutions as we are going forward. Okay. So, for transparency's sake, I'll be one of the first people that I'll migrate, in my constituency. So nobody in my time is going to apply for CDF manually. We're putting up this system to be in December 31. We'll launch it. We'll call you people to just cover it, so that if Lusaka City Council want to join in and adapt, it's a good thing. But I want to call upon my brother, the minister in charge of local government. This is the system that we need to use.
Honorable Sialu Walo.
Misappropriation of funds is very high. When you look at the increase of CDF job, it's a plus. I was the research team of the party. The decentralization policy that we brought in ourselves was to send liquidity back to the people in the constituencies. But since some people now, they're making it as a conduit of making money, getting rich.
Let's spend a little bit of time on that particular issue, because we have seen discontentment within the file and rank of the UPND when it comes to the habit of Kamuyaneka, the habit of misusing monies that have been given by well-wishers, lovers of the party, and we've seen politicians pocketing them. We have examples. We recently had the Lusaka District Information and Publicity Secretary, Mr. Matomola Kwanya, being suspended for being vocal and voicing out and taking those in elective offices to tasks why they are not giving Zambians and UPND members opportunities. Another case in point is that of the national chairman, Mr. Charles Mauma, when the president was at Mulungushi International Conference Center, KK Wing, where he did make a clarion call to different stakeholders, especially those in elective positions, that UPND members of companies, UPND members are also individuals. They need contracts, they need to benefit from their party and government. Now, my question to you, Mr. Hachomba, you being here and aspiring to be a leader in Kanyama constituency, my question is, are we seeing where selfishness, greed, Kamuyaneka has taken root amongst you, the politicians? You want to eat alone? You want to deny others opportunities within the party and outside the party?
Joe, I refuse to comment on. I think I'm a very competitive politician. Okay. I think when you knew who used to drag people to the police and etc., It's called the political maturity.
Okay.
Now we're focusing on improving the livelihood of our people where we're coming from. So I refuse to comment on the national problems that have been happening within the party. You know, I think you've heard that I've never commented on any party matter. My focus has been to ensure that I take the message of President Hakainde Hichilema to a commoner in Kanyama.
Okay.
Because our residence is part and parcel of the community now, where we welcome everybody within the community. So I refuse to be dragged in conversation of who gets a contract where and etc. What Chairman Maoma said, what Matomola said, I'm not there. My focus now is ask me anything about where I come from, and I'll answer it passionately.
Okay, we'll leave it to that. We'll make sure that we reach out. My research team and my producers will reach out to the individuals involved so that they can be able to come through and explain to the Zambian people. However, let's make progress. Why Kanyama constituency? Why this forecast interest in Kanyama constituency? Why not Lusaka Central? Why not Material constituency? Why not Munadi constituency?
Joe, I am an indigenous child, raised in a humble home in Chibolia. Grew up from an environment where people would be smoking every day. But
the notorious Chibolia?
The notorious Chibolia. I've grown up there. And, I was born at Kanyama Clinic by that time.
Okay.
And all my children are born and bred at Kanyama Clinic. That followed where I was born from. I married from Chivoli.
Okay.
My wife is born and bred also at Kanyama Clinic.
Okay.
We are all Chivolia people. We are Kanyama people. I still live in Kanyama constituency in Garden Park now. So I think when you ask me to say why Kanyama, because ndiye kwasu Maumi, that is where I come from. My heart is connected to Kanyama. Somebody was even saying, why not Wengwa? Because a villager from
you are a villager from Wengwa.
I just go to Wengwa.
Why not going back to
I
village?
just go to the village when I'm
and
going
contest
to see,
there.
I just go to the village when I'm going to see my my animals. My family there, my grandmother and etc. My relatives. I have no roots that side. My roots are in Kanyama.
You have no roots where you come from?
I have no. If you ask me to say, I don't know. I just drive straight to where I know that this was my father's village before he died.
Okay.
But you can ask me 01 anywhere in Kanyama, I'll still tell you. Because, I have grown up there. I was born there. I still live there. I'm one of the young men that refused to move from Kanyama to go and stay to Kabulonga here. I refused. I have built my residence in Kanyama constituency, and I'm comfortable in Kanyama constituency because I know that even this place was not like this, but there are people that stayed here and developed it. No wonder we're staying there because we want to make Kanyama better. And I can assure you that in our time of office, confidently I'm telling you that next year I'm taking over leadership in Kanyama as Member of Parliament. There's no question about it. The people of Kanyama have accepted us. They've accepted our message, and their message is we want somebody that we know. We want somebody that stays with us. We want somebody that goes through the same drainages, the same bad roads that we are going through. Funny enough, I was telling somebody that my firstborn son is writing grade 7. My son. He's writing from a school where I wrote my grade 7 in Chivolia. So I had to drive him to Chivolia to go and write. I want him to have that experience that I had because I am proud of where I'm coming from. So why Kanyama? Kanyama is my home and Kanyama is me. And you will not at any time, Joe, mention Kanyama constituency living out of any Hachombo. Because me and Kanyama, Nimpuno Nakama.
Okay. What makes you so confident, Mr. Hachombo? We don't want to go into personalities, but we can't avoid this matter because we are talking about a constituency that is being currently headed by a UPNG Member of Parliament. What makes you so confident that you are going to be the next Member of Parliament for Kanyama constituency? Where is the confidence coming from?
The confidence is sponsored by the people of Kanyama constituency themselves.
Okay.
The voters themselves. The people of Kanyama constituency have installed the confidence, Joe, that you are seeing here. I'm seated here by the grace of my people in Kanyama constituency, both from the party and an ordinary person. An ordinary person that does not belong to the UPND but believes in me because they see me every day. We stay together. We buy from the same shop. That's where I draw my confidence from. And I can tell you that, if not the only one, among my fellow competitors that has a proper house, has a resident there, because people are scared to build it there because they're just passing through. Us that know to say, this is our home. We are proud of where we're coming from. We've built there, and all we need are proper roads. And this is what we are sitting down now to plan for and ensure that our people have got this proper roads.
Okay, let's move on to issues of water provision. Kanyama has been known for having challenges when it comes to water reticulation, Mr. Achombwa. In conjunction with the local authority, how are you going to address the issues that have to do with water provision?
Kanyama, Joe, is about to experience, they call me a Gaddafi of Kanyama, because I believe water must not be sold. That's my belief.
Okay.
Because we are a hub of cholera, by the way.
I was coming to that.
We are the headquarters of cholera. You can't leave away cholera and water, because the coming of cholera, it's obvious because there's no proper clean water. Not to go far, even before we get into office, we have started engaging the business community. I think a borehole was done in 113. We want to be doing more boreholes across the wards. Community boreholes. Those boreholes that have not, that have been damaged a bit, vandalized by some community members, sitting down, finding solutions, let them be working, allow community participation.
Are you referring to the usual common kiosks which they call care?
A borehole. A borehole. A proper borehole.
Okay.
So, not those care things, no. This is a community water project that we are working in conjunction with colleagues in the business sector. And this is what I'm saying, that my strength is not really to depend on the CDF. A CDF is a salary to us as a constituency. And I think you know properly, Joe, that a father that depends on a salary may not satisfy the needs of the children completely.
Okay.
Because you may be getting a big salary, a 20,000, a 30,000, but your responsibilities are more than that. So it is your duty to ensure that you think outside the box to sustain your children that are schooling at Grade North Academy or at any other bigger school. So we are going to sustain our people using the community partnership that we are calling. By the way, the system that our colleagues are doing, it involves the community team where our business community who have lodged a complaint that we may assist you, but you may pocket the money. Our ICT team on the 31st of December will launch a system where a businessman A, businessman 2 will have their own portal on the system, where they can get reports of what we've done through their money contributions, where they can contribute online and money goes, where they can see how much we have in the account for transparency's sake and how much we've spent. Because
who are going to be signatories to these bank accounts?
The whole fund. There'll be a committee, not myself. I don't even know. My role is just to see to it that my vision.
You won't be a signatory to these accounts?
I'm not the community members who, the church in Kanyama, the church have been left for a long time in development. No wonder people are complaining, right? Even the CDF committee itself, you may wish to know that I have interest in ensuring that I put one of these businessmen to sit in the CDF committee. so that they appreciate that we do not have enough money to fix the many problems there. They need to contribute. We have all the industries, Joe, that you want to mention in Zambia, in Kanyama. We have them there. But because we have not put up a proper system to bring them together so that they contribute to the developmental agenda, these are the problems we have now. The drainage, road network, very bad in Kanyama. If Mrs. Compound can have a tarmac, what about Garden Park? Why don't we have a tarmac? These are the questions that we must be asking.
So the question is, where is CDF going? What have successful members of parliament done to address some of these challenges? Because we know the role of a member of parliament. One of the roles of a member of parliament is to lobby government, is to lobby various ministries for development in one's constituency. Now, if you are saying you've got deployable roads in Kanyama constituency, poor water reticulation in Kanyama constituencies, bad drainages, in some areas, drainages are non-existent. What have successful MPs been doing, Mr. Chombo? I know you can't answer on their behalf, but what are you going to do to make sure that those things are made or provided to people in Kanyama constituency?
Our colleagues were they were sleeping a lot. You know, I tell my people, I don't want to be MP when I'm old. I think this is where we must start our conversation too.
Okay.
When I'm old, my mind also becomes a bit old. So this is the time that I want to save my people.
Okay.
When I get to my 50s, I want to be a pastor. I want to now be bringing you to Christ.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to continue. Now, the question is, what legacy will I leave? Because I have everything to lose, Joe, if I don't deliver before the people of Kanyama.
Okay.
One, I have everything to lose because my entire generation still stays in Kanyama. My mother, everybody, my mother-in-law, everyone, we are all staying there. I have everything to lose because I'm still young. I have a career to protect. If I don't do better, no one will come for me again. They will make another choice. So, water is a problem in Kanyama. Water is a problem. Why is water a problem? I don't know how they've been planning in the past, but if you go to, there's a place in John Lane called Kampasa, where we're trying to see if we can do a borehole there. The whole area has got no water. People jump into going into shawarma to draw water. 60 years after independence, 61 years after independence. There's a picture where I was drawing water in a Chifani Mugodi somewhere. I just found it somewhere. I said, this is happening in Kanyama. You know, is it Mutandabantu area somewhere there? I said, this must come to an end. Can we prioritize the water system, water and sanitation system? Because to my eyes, this is where we get cholera from. So a conversation with my colleagues in the business sector, I come from the business world, Joe. When we sit down, we know the language we use before our business friends.
Okay.
I tell them to say, you colleagues, you've got your workers working in these industries that you have. They come from Kanyama. Are you not scared that if we don't do proper water for them, proper sanitation care, are you not scared that you that come from Gabronga, like where we are here, coming to Kanyama just for business, you may get cholera? Because you've not done proper thing.
Okay.
Put up monies together, Joe. Ensure that we have clean water for our people through community partnerships. All these projects, Joe, I'm confident enough because I've spoken to these businessmen. They'll be funded by community partnership on a transparent forum.
Okay. Mr. Achombo, in the interest of time, let's cruise a bit. Let me find out, in the event that your party, the UPND, does not adopt you as a candidate for Kanyama constituency, we have heard the National Youth Chairperson saying that no one should even think of going independent after campaigning using the party structures. No one should even consider going independent. If you are not adopted, Mr. Achombo, What happened?
Well, I think I'm going to repeat this again since I'm here. I want to agree with Chairman Swaniso.
Okay.
In the first place, you know, I agree with him. I endorse his statement.